telling you, never you mind about what's in the bottle. You stay away from this bottle. Do not drink anything from this bottle. Alright? I'm serious. I took a drink from that bottle. It was not nice. It was terrible. I took a drink from that bottle, and for the next month I could only speak Italian. Yeah. Well, it would have been so bad, except I could only understand Mandarin Chinese. So until it wore off, it was really very difficult. Oh, hello, good evening, and welcome once again to Horror Hotel, where it's time for Creepy Cheapies with Dr. Lady. I'm Perry Mason, and tonight's mask, or today's, happens to be the elaborately named bat, also known as vampire bat or bat creature. I think bat creature is kind of the definitive name for it. Now this one came out in 2017-18, in that season, 2017-2018 season, from the folks at Ghoulish Productions. And what a magnificent sculpture this is. I'm going to zoom up on him here so you can see some of the detailing. I don't know the sculptor in this case. I don't know who sculpted this one. Perhaps once this segment goes live, he or she will come forward and claim credit for this beautiful sculpture, which I think does just a masterful job of combining realism with kind of surrealism. The bat creature looks realistic and unreal at the same time. He has big, nasty, dirty looking, grimy teeth because he doesn't floss regularly, and he has tiny, tiny little beady eyes because, well, he can't see so well with the lights on. And as soon as I'm done taping this segment, I'll turn the lights off and put him in a darker room because that's just polite, you know? It's really bad manners to subject him to so much harsh lighting as this. Look at the detail and the patterning going on in these ears, the way these sort of concentric flaps and lines work inside his ears. Just beautiful. Just a wonderful sculpting job. He's got a lot of character. He's kind of strange looking. He reminds me a lot of an old DC Comics character, Man-Bat, who was in Batman comics, but nobody really remembers Man-Bat, so we won't talk about him from Batman comics. But we'll just stick to, look at the nice depth and the rather ambitious molding procedure they went through to achieve this ear effect. And as you can see, you don't get a lot of neck. It just stops kind of high up at the back of the head, and then there's this this sort of keyhole slot in there to make it easier to pull on and off. And as far as what you would wear with the bat, aka vampire bat or bat creature, well, unless you just want to go with a raggedy robe or something like that, it's probably going to be a lot of work, because to make a really cool, appropriate costume for this guy, you'd have to come up with something bat-like, something with great big wings, and, well, maybe you could find a pair of big costume wings and cobble together something out of a leotard and tights and some bits of fur and some rubber hands and some costume wings and maybe a tail, and okay, it's going to be kind of a lot of work come up with a great appropriate costume for this guy. So if you're in the haunted house, maybe you could get away with just like a cheap black fur gorilla suit and kind of put some shreddy hanging stuff on it and keep it in low lighting and they won't see it too much, or have him as a more humanoid bat creature and have him wearing like a monk robe or something along those lines, like he's sort of a well, a vampire in mid transformation sort of thing. But great mask might be discontinued already because Ghoulish tends to drop some of their masks pretty early on. They only do some of them for a couple of years in production and then they discontinue them. So hurry and get online and look for one as soon as possible. And if somebody calls your mama an old bat, send this guy over to show him what an old bat really looks like. Good night.